Hey guys, the Dark Master here. This time is the first video of the Answers Marathon. This time it is 10 questions Australians have for the US. Fine, I guess. Hey, it's unique. It's not some other minority, so at least it's something more unique. Anyway, let's get this started, shall we?
Why are you guys so obsessed with ranch dressing?
Okay, for some reason, all the questions involve American food, even though when ranch dressing was invented, it wasn't invented in the US. Like, what the actual heck? It's like, you can't ask salient arguments, so you just ask us about ranch dressing. Now, to be fair, I hate ranch dressing. Ranch dressing tastes nasty. So automatically, your stereotype of Americans is wrong because of me. But, do people overuse ranch dressing to an extent? Yeah, they put it on pizza. That's freaking disgusting. But, yeah, this is a stupid stereotype. Why do you like to eat kangaroo, my friends?
On everything. Pizza does not need to be dipped in ranch.
I totally agree. Ranch dressing does not belong on pizza. Like, anyone who puts ranch dressing on pizza, that's disgusting. I don't know why you do that. You make Australians think all Americans are like that, so stop it. It's disgusting. But yeah, I find it funny that I agree with them on this, even though the stereotype isn't true. But whatever. Like, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
American has been able to tell me exactly what is in ranch dressing. Is it from?
What's in ranch dressing is mayonnaise and some other ingredients. I don't know what's in it really, but use Google. I'm not gonna look up Google for you, but come on, just use Google. It's really that simple. I don't know. Does Australia not have Google, or is that like why they can't look it up and they're asking these stupid questions? I don't know.
The ranch? Does all of your money look exactly the same?
Change it up a little. Add some color. Flair. Like
Money does not look the same, and even if it did, that's not a bad thing. It's called standardized currency. Standardized currency is a good thing because it means you don't have 500 types of coins that range in value from 1 to 99. Like, what the actual heck? Pennies are very different from quarters, okay? They're copper. They're not silver. Or, technically, quarters aren't silver, but, I get the point. Their argument is stupid and invalid.
when they're drunk and said to be more efficient.
Who came up with the 1 cent coin?
Who came up with it? I'll tell you who came up with it. The British, because we took their 1 cent coin and just used it. So it's like, this is a question for you guys. So like, what the actual heck? Don't blame us for starting something. Now whether or not we should keep the 1 cent coin, I think it's a discussion for another day. But don't pin it on us. We didn't invent this stuff. It was the British. You freaking jerk.
I don't even remember 1 cent and 2 cent coins.
How much did it cost to make? It couldn't have cost 1 cent. You're losing money.
You guys don't even like pennies. They drop.
Homeless people like pennies too, and yes, it does cost more money. All right, we know what else costs money? Intervening in the Middle East. Okay, we're not going to stop doing that. Even though it doesn't make any sense at this point with our crumbling infrastructure. But yeah, this I agree with them once again. Get rid of the penny, but just like they're so condescending that it makes me angry that I'm agreeing with them. It's like, what the actual heck? How do you be so condescending that even a guy agrees with you doesn't like you? Like, that's an achievement on its own.
Everywhere.
You gotta tell me, why is your cheese orange?
Why is it?
Why is cheese blue? Because no offense, orange is a lot more natural than blue. And secondly, like it's like there's red cheese and orange and blue cheese. Like how is orange so strange? Like what? Like all these questions going to be about like our food, with the exception of that penny question, which is stupid, and that currency question, which is jerkish. Like if you can only make fun of America because of its food, then you got an issue, man. Bunch of anorexics here.
Orange. Seriously, my mum stared at the cheese for like a week. I was like, Mom, I don't understand. And why is it in a can?
Your mom's weird. Sorry about that.
I tried cheese in a can. It's disgusting. I was like, cheese in a can.
Cream, I get. Cheese, no.
Why are your drinks so bloody big? Not a cup.
Okay, so I'm going to answer two questions in one here. About the canned cheese. Canned food lasts longer than all the other kinds of food. Sorry, that's just how it works. People pickled food before canning, and the canning replaced pickling for the most part. So, like, it's a preservation thing. Now, I don't eat canned cheese. I think it's disgusting. But, like, it's logical why it would exist. Like, do your research for half a minute. And to answer your question with the soda sizes, that's because free market capitalism encourages this kind of stuff. Okay? You guys have hate speech laws and you have control over soda sizes. So, like you could argue that that's a bad thing or a good thing, but it's like, because we're land of the free. Like, what the actual heck? It's like stupid, inane questions like this that are like the reason no one likes BuzzFeed.
Pretty big, yet not a car with a cup holder big enough for it.
All sizes that you serve in America are actually.
That's not true. I'm sure the smallest size is still legal in Australia. Like, I've seen small cups this big. Like, this big cups. Like, that would be legal. So, like, nice hyperbole there. And, you know what else is illegal in, Australia? Criticizing gay people. Criticizing Muslims. So, no offense, but I'd rather have bigger soda sizes and the right to criticize people than not having that right. So sorry, guys. Australia's terrible.
Australians do not drink Foster.
Why do you all think that we drink Foster? Don't believe.
Because the marketing does that. And also, there are Australians that drink Fosters. Alright, like, they're by pure population size, it has to be at least 100 that do that. So, yes, Australians do drink that. And that's freaking stupid. I mean, I don't drink that kind of beer. It tastes nasty, disgusting. But, like, what the actual heck? Why do you people think all Americans drink Budweiser?
People, we don't all drink Foster. We've got bloody Leadley, mate. You've got Full Ranks. They're Australian beers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was listening to the No True Australians argument. No true Australian drinks that kind of beer. Oh, sorry, I have a friend who's Australian and he does that.
Don't you just add sales tax to the price tag?
Why don't you just add the sales tax to the price tag?
Why does it matter? You're paying the same amount whether they keep it in or they put it or hide it away. What does it matter at that point? Like, literally, you pay the same amount. Why does that matter? Like, no one's dishing out 99 pennies to someone. Like, no one's that stupid. So, like, what the actual heck? Like, just because you're too dumb to realize that doesn't mean it doesn't make any sense, okay? Like, what the actual heck?
Everybody else.
So frustrating.
In Australia, we have a goods and services tax, and it's all included. It says $10, it's $10. Don't tell.
Guess what? We have the same thing. You pay the same amount. Why does it matter about these taxes? I didn't realize I was listening to anarcho-capitalists. What?
$12.45. I don't want to know that. I want to know the real price.
The real price is $12 or $13. Those pennies that you say are worthless, well, guess what? You don't even have to count them. Like, what the actual heck is this?
Whatever you do not understand why you guys do not convert to the metric system.
If you want to make math,
Why? Because it doesn't matter. Alright? Like, if I use feet or I use metric and I have the same amount, it doesn't matter what system I use. If you need help with, like, 2 feet of wire and I give you, like, the equivalent in metric, it doesn't matter. You still got the same amount of wire. It's like, why do Australians have so many deadly forms of wildlife? I mean, can't you just have one species of rattlesnake or 2 species or like whatever? It's like, no, that's the way things are. Like, that's how people like it. They like to be unique. Now, I'm not arguing whether the metric system is better than the, non-metric system, but it's like, Britain used to have Calvin, so don't judge us. It's like, there used to be 3, but then, one of them went extinct because people didn't like having unique stuff. But, yeah. So, like, what the actual heck?
Sweet. 10. Everything's 10. And 0 is freezing, because that makes sense.
1 meter is 100 centimeters. 1 mile is like, that many feet.
Absolute 0 is a well, you say it makes sense, but that doesn't make any sense. Because 0 degrees is not absolute 0. Like, it's not like absolute 0. So, no, it doesn't make sense why 0 would be freezing point. It goes lower than 0. That's why it would make sense for it to be like 32 Fahrenheit or whatever. So, like, you're just wrong on that matter. Besides, there is a 0 in Fahrenheit. These people just conveniently ignore that.
What's with the gun laws? Another.
The Second Amendment. I know people like you and Nightmare Fuel have an issue with us bearing arms, but like, if you seriously have an issue with it, then get out the country. Like if you have such an issue with people bearing rifles to hunt deer, then please leave. Like, genuinely, like, I don't get these people. Like, they think like controlling guns will magically make mass shootings stop. Like, that's not how reality works. You don't ban something and then magically make all the gun violence go away. Sorry, that's reality.
It nor for it. I guess I'm just a little confused by it.
It's crazy easy.
It's easy. Confused, right? Here's the thing. You can buy a gun legally. That's the end of it. There's no confusion needed. Dylan Roof would have gotten a gun regardless of the facts, okay? Like these mass shooters, they don't care about laws. They would have gone to the black market. But gun control advocates like yourself, they ignore that. They just say, if we ban guns, then, everything's gonna be A-okay. Because, protecting children with paper signs is really gonna prevent, Islamic terrorists from hurting people. But whatever, we're the illogical ones. Us gun nuts are stupid. No, you're the stupid ones.
I went to the Midwest and I went to Walmart and they just sell them there.
That's capitalism for you. Now, it's so silly that these people get so offended that they see guns in Walmart. First of all, you're going to Walmart, you already have issues. Secondly, I don't see the offense because in Australia they have like a bounty on bunny rabbits for some inane reason. It's like you guys are crazy too. You're just a different kind of crazy.
My friend bought an AK-47 on a whim. That was weird.
When that amendment was written, no one had weapons that could dispense like 200 bullets a second.
Hindsight is 2020. What's your point? When people passed, the 14th Amendment, they didn't know that Martin Luther King Jr. would still have to fight for civil rights. They never knew that. But no one takes issue with the 14th Amendment. Like, you cannot judge a law based on something that happens in the future. Like, for example, they ended slavery, but Jim Crow took its place. They could not have seen that happening. It's like, what? Like it's so stupid. Like, hindsight's 2020. Of course they didn't see the, rise of AK-47s. But, like, that's irrelevant. We still have the Second Amendment. But, keep touting your anti-gun, ideologues.
It took like 10 minutes to load.
What's going on with your gun laws? They're nuts. Babies can have guns.
Babies can't have guns. That's an outright lie. Okay? The reason why we have such lax gun laws is because we believe in freedom. We don't have hate speech laws like, you know, the rest of Europe and Australia and in Canada for some reason. So it's like that's so stupid.
All pharmacies sell beer.
Next
Hey.
to the condoms and the tampons, there's beer.
Why do pharmacies sell beer?
Because beer's the best medicine. You can't afford, you know, anesthesia. You drink a beer, you fall out, the doctor does your teeth. Like, it's so simple. Alcohol is the best medicine when it comes to wanting to go to sleep. That's why they sell alcohol. Plus prohibition. I mean, that had some lingering influence. But that's about as, you know, relevant today as, you know, like Jim Crow and stuff. So it's like what?
Why the hell not? I think it's fantastic. I love it.
This surfer dude's already amazing. Because unlike the other people, he's actually willing to compromise on stuff. I think selling beer in pharmacies is awesome too. Thanks, dude. You're actually someone decent compared to the rest of these other BuzzFeed losers. Well, this video was freaking terrible. A bunch of stereotypes that, you know, if we did to any other race, it would be automatically offensive. Hey, German people, why do you like doing goose steps? But it's like, okay. So what were my thoughts about this? So far, this is my first BuzzFeed video. I nearly lost my mind. And I heard this is the best one. Oh boy. Anyway, this has been the Dark Master, and remember to join me next Sunday for the next installment of Answers Marathon. Toodaloo.